Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War review video. Today we are on Let's account. It's a global account and it wants some help or some recommendations, advice with regular arena and RTA. He did tell me he is more of a farmer, a grinder. We'll take a look at the runes to determine that. He really didn't try building arena teams nor RTA, and his record is going to show that. So we'll see where we think he could climb up to in regular arena and also RTA, what teams he could go for with his current box and his current runes. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. There are some shiny toys outside his profile. He has two LDNAF 5s and these are the only two that he has. I already took a look at his box and it looks like his box is not particularly big. Overall, both of these units are really good, especially the Grogan for a second turn team. If you're lacking Swift sets, I think is a really good candidate for a damage dealer. And Asima, obviously, if you do have a fast rune set and a fast team, then she's an awesome damage dealer. Look at the record. He's currently F3 in Arena and World Arena. Special League is F1, and then he is in a G1, G2 guild. Really high for his level. Again, we'll take a look at the runes and determine if he's really an F3 player. He is doing all the dungeons, so we don't really have to look at that, and he's also doing BGR 5. So first, let's take a look at the box and see where he's at. He has nothing here. Everything here is a 5-star or below, but there are a couple nat 5s that are good here that he could build if he wants to. If you look at here, some things that we have to know is that he does not have a 33 speed lead, meaning that he can't really go a speed defense for arena defense. He does have a Tiana and Leo, so he does have the units for a very good arena offense. Obviously there's some theory crafting that needs to go on, but he could always make my arena offense with the second turn team with the Leo. He just needs the Delphoy. I'm pretty sure he has a Delphoy, right? He should have pulled a Delphoy here and there if he played for so long. There you go. He has a Delphoy, he has the Galleon, and he has a Grogan, which is a really good AoE damage dealer. Also, other thing we have to know is that he does not have an HP lead, a good HP lead. So he does not have a Carnal, nor does he have a Monkey King, a Jingzei. So he either has to go with the Vero or the Molong. Knowing that he doesn't have a 33 speed lead, I don't think he can go a speed defense anyways, so he does have to go with the second turn tanky team. So I think Molong or the Vero is the best lead that he could go for. But we'll talk more of that in detail when we go to his arena stuff. Let's go take a look at his runes. So Swift runes, overall mediocre, but definitely not F3 level. I think around C2, C3. So if you look at it, 25, 22, 25, 21, 24, 19, 20. So this is really the weakest slot here. 18 and then 27, 19, and seeing that most of the slots have only one rune that is pretty fast, that's okay. It means that you really only have one set that's really fast. So seeing that, for RTA, I don't think that you could go a fast team since you can't make multiple units to follow up that one fast unit. So I have to say that your one fast set needs to either go on a booster or it has to go on a speed threat for cleaves that you're going against. So if they're going with a speed team or a speed cleave, you could always bring out that Escher with your fastest Swift set, and it's like a force ban, and you have to use it like that in my opinion. Let's take a look at Violent. 25, 23, 27, 23, 21. So seeing runes like this kind of tells me that you are not farming, you're having issues with R5, you don't have a solo R5 team. It could be any of those. And if you're having trouble with solo R5, please take a look at F2P players solo R5 guide. I think it's pretty straightforward, it's pretty easy to rune. It's just that if you don't have the units for it, you have to find replacements. There are NAV4 alternatives. I copied F2P players R5 team and I replaced some of them, and it's still working fine. Also, finally, 27, 23, and 19. So that's a weak slot, and then 16. Again, seeing this, I think Violent runes are slightly better than Swift, but still there are slots like you see right here, slot 6, that are weak that you could improve on. So it's really up to you if you're going to farm it or not. Finally, the wheel runes. I know that this is the weakest rune set out of all. 21, 19, 18, 17, 25, 20. So that's a good slot. 21, 20, and finally 22, 21. Overall, the speed rune quality is much lower than Violent and Swift. So I will say this is the weakest. And seeing that I believe you have to go a second turn team for RTA, it might be a very good thing to improve your wheel sets first, because the second turn team units that you're going to run with have higher efficient wheel sets, meaning that they could bring out more on the field. But I do think R5 is also an issue, so you should work on that as well. Now, Arena, for defense, there isn't much to talk about. I mean, I think if you're going a second turn team, you need this or the Molong, right? This or this as your lead. So let's say we put in the Molong. I'll put in the Juno. Like, if you want to put in a speed threat, I think Nora is actually pretty good as well. So you have the Nora strip. You need a healer. That's the problem. You need an AoE healer. I wonder how well Mihail works, but she only has one heal. I mean, you could go with the 100 res Lulu if you think that'll work. You could go with the 100 res Eladriel. I mean, 100 res Eladriel could be really annoying as well, but it does require really high rune quality for it to survive any type of nuke. But you're currently in F3. I think even a C1 record is an improvement, but if you want like a higher record, C2, C3, then I think your defense needs to be slightly better. Sadly, knowing that you don't have a great lead, maybe Molong isn't the best here. Maybe putting that is better. And then another healer, so now you have 3 healers then, right? It's just that this needs to be 100 res, this needs to be 100 res, and then really tanky all around. It might be really hard. I hope you have really good artifacts, because artifacts helps a ton. It's just that you can't go a fast team, so there isn't much that you could do other than going back to a tanky team. Now, if you look at your offenses, okay, this one is kind of counterintuitive. I will just take this out and put in a Delphoy, and I think that will do better. It's just that you don't have any attack buff here. Maybe a premium one is to go with the Jogun, right? Because Jogun strips and also puts attack buff. The problem is that you have no cleanse then, and as a second turn team, that could be an issue. I guess you put the Tiana there, can outspeed after you get the pushback, which a lot of people do, but I still think my team, the team that I run, is a little safer going with the Delphoy and Galleon. So you'll take this out, Delphoy, Galleon, and the Grogan also has to be pretty damn tanky, 100k EHP, and I would recommend 100. Oh no, this is always crits, right? Oh, on light monsters, never mind. So maybe 100 crit rate is good too. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely make the second turn team. A fast turn team, you don't have a 33 speed lead. You do have the Sierra though, but for a fast team, I'll use the Tiana. I will use the Asima actually. Yeah, I'll use this, Asima, and then another big damage dealer, which is like the Cocky. So in here you have strip, attack buff into the defense break, damage, fluff damage, and big damage right there. I think I'll do something like that. Seeing your rune quality with that type of team, I don't know about your defense, but that type of offense should easily get you to C3, especially in global server. I've reached G1 with the second turn team with much lower rune quality, so I know by a fact that you could do it as well if you just build it correctly. So you're in F3 with a 55% win rate, 122 games. Take a look at your towers, because this could mean something. So you don't have your HP done, that's huge. You don't have your water done, that's huge. Your wind done, huge. Your light and dark not done, which are huge. Asima, Grogan right there. So seeing this is a big issue. My first recommendation that you should do is definitely do your towers. Put up a fake defense. Don't care about a new record for now. Start using all your wings and grind for those arena points and finish these towers, because this itself will definitely improve your defense rate and victory rate. Now for RTA, so we know that you're not getting everything because you don't have your towers done, but I will definitely take out units like these. They're not used much. There's no point of you playing with niche units when you have other units that do better stuff. Asima is a little weird here since you only have one speedly right now, so you can't really go a fast team unless you're going like a second turn team. It kind of tricks them into thinking that you're going first, but you're actually going second. However, in RTA, that doesn't work as well since now the meta is so into picking out multiple strippers. So as a second turn team, you have to have everybody on wheel. You have to be slow, right? Hoping that everybody moves, and then you get to move, and then you just put in all the damage. In this meta today, There's so many strippers, so it's actually really hard to go second turn in RTA. I'm guessing that this is like a Leo counter, right? I would scrape a lot of this, especially things that are not fully maxed. So I'll take this out. I'll take the Orion out. I'll take these two out, the niche units. And I'll take the Miho out as well. I mean, there are a lot less situations you can pull out the Mio, since there's Cocky, there's Kinky, there's Bombs, and with multi-hits, it's much easier to not crit one time and then the Mio is just out of the field. So just with that, there's like 5 units gone. And then I'll add in like the Molong, because Molong is a very good, oh, it's not skilled up, never mind. So I guess you're smart of not putting non-skilled units. You want to put in the Verd there for sure. Yeah, at least the Verd, the Dominique. I think Dominique Riley combo is already good in F3. It should be really, really easy for you to win. And then Fran, knowing that it's really hard to rune since her base stats are really, really bad. Oh, not that bad. She's really, really fast. Violent Broken. I would try to go for a will set, especially because it's a slot 2 speed. It shouldn't be too hard to get a slot 2 speed will set. And then maybe this one's a little harder because it's so fast. But seeing your rune quality, you can't really rune a lot of your units to follow up to this 155. I will just kill the speed on every unit and rune everything around the 220, 230 range. And based on that, you will know how many units you could rune up efficiently enough to use in that speed range, and in my guess that's going to be around 10. So you'll have to cut your box a lot more. I would just throw away the speed teams, like I'll throw away the Tiana, forget about the Ethna, forget about the Bernadette, forget about these 2 units. I don't think you'll need John here. You don't need Leona's not that bad. Maybe you put the Leona. You even have the Shizuka, so yeah, I will rune everything efficiently up on the 220 to 30 range and play around there. You have 2 strippers, 3 strippers, which is good enough, to be honest. Knowing that you don't have a lot of speed leads, you only one, you can't really go a speed team. I mean, yes, if they go a second turn team specifically, sure, you'll be able to run first turn, but the chances of that is pretty low. But this is F3. Rune quality wise, I do think you could reach C1, C2, so play around your box a little more. I would start with condensing your box, picking some meta units, meta core units. I know if that's not the way you want to play, then that's fine, but it's going to be a lot harder for me to tell you what to do if you're not playing with meta units. There's a reason units are called meta. It's just that they're so much better and they're stronger. If you want to win without those units, then you'll have to put in more thought process, better runes, actually both in many cases, for you to climb. You will see again with this a lot more success once you max out your towers. But that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. What did you guys think about this account? Looking at the energy level and looking at how many things that I had to pick up from him. Like I had to pick up his jelly beans. It was max 30. All of these were maxed. He still has his wish up. It tells me that he's not much of a active player right now. So I don't know if he's kind of like lost interest. I don't know if he lost interest because he's kind of stuck, or if he's just too busy with his job or work. That's the same thing. But I hope that this review helps him and gives him the impression that he wants to come back and try something new. But that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.